Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to episode 6. I can't believe it's episode 6 on the A35 AMG already. We've been pumping out content. You're catching me, it's bright and early. Last night I went down to my local breakers. In the boot I've got a complete airbag kit for the A35. We're going to be fitting that in this episode. In the last episode we went for a first test drive, which was kind of slow, which was very tentative. I wanted to check out the car. Today we're going to be ripping this car. Let's get to the garage. I'll unpack all of this stuff. I'll show you what I picked up, and also I've got a very important announcement that you're gonna want to know about. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, to give back to you guys. I've had a meeting this morning and it's confirmed. I'm actually doing it. I'll give you a bit more information later on. Let's go.
We love the Beamers, the Benz, the Porsches. All of my fans, I know they're supporting. Style with nothing but look at us now.
Okay guys, so right here, picked up a complete dashboard, and this is literally everything that I need for this car. Curtain airbags, knee airbags, seat belts, the works. So guys, before I go ahead and I fit all of those lovely bits to that AMG, I want to tell you that I'm going to be starting my own raffle. That's right, a lot of my builds, I fix them up, I make my content, and then I try to sell them on, and they're normally sat around. And a lot of you guys always say to me, D, do a raffle, I'll buy a ticket. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing, and you'll be surprised, I'm going to be doing it with some of my biggest, most extravagant builds. But to start with, I'm going to be raffling this. Guys, it's Christmas time, and this is the chance for you to win this 2008 VW Golf for £2. This car is an absolute classic, heated leather seats, it's super clean both inside and out. This is my first proper raffle, and if it goes well, I'll be raffling some bigger, better builds. This car's got a stage 2 tune, it's got full service history, 2 keys, it's coming with 1 year MOT, we got some new injectors, we done a full service, we tidied it all up, did a full polish, I've upgraded the headlights to LED lights. This car is gonna be a keeper, and it's gonna make one of you guys happy, and you can have it for just £2. You're gonna be helping out the channel Salvage Nation, so get involved, grab yourself some tickets, and I'll see you in the live draw. That's right, that's my 2008 VW Golf GTI. It's a perfect little runner, and it could be yours for just £2. I'm gonna be starting the ticket prices at £2. And if you wanna join, all you need to do is head over to raffle.com. I'll put the link down below. Click on the official Salvage Nation profile, and you can tell because it's got a lovely little blue tick. All official. Grab yourself a few tickets. I've got some lovely little bundles on there for you, and you can win that car for £2. Now, just a little bit about Raffle. Raffle, they're the host. It's my raffle. I'm the one that's doing everything, but they host it. And in the name of fairness, they're taking care of all the funds. They're taking care of all the draws. So it's gonna be 100% fair. Go click the link down below, check them out, see what you think. But I think this is a good way for you guys to get involved. It's a good way for me to give back. And all the proceeds, don't look at it as, the value of the car, da, da, da. All the proceeds of the raffle are gonna go right back into this channel. Like I said, in 2024, I want to take the channel to the next level. I want to get in the unit. I want to get some bigger, better builds. And this is a way for you to help out. You never know. I might be raffling my M140. I might even raffle the Aston Martin. You never know. So get involved. Click the link down below. Check it out. And later on, I'll be giving you some more information in a future video and what other prizes you can win with my new raffling page over on Raffle. But for now, let's go continue working on the A35. So guys, have a look. I've got all of this mess to fit. It's gonna be a lot, but I'm gonna be doing that later on. For now, I wanna fit this driver airbag, the knee airbag, and we're gonna be taking this car out. I wanna do some rips. Last time round, we done some light driving. I wanna see what this car can do. I wanna see what it sounds like, so let's get to work. So to fit the knee airbag and the driver airbag, they're super easy. The driver airbag literally just plugs in and then you just clip it into place. With that done, I moved on to the knee airbag. Once I popped that into the correct location, I fitted 2 screws and that was good to go. Okay guys, so driver airbag has been fitted. Down here, knee airbag has been fitted as well. I'm gonna buckle up all of this and then we're gonna go rip this car. I went ahead and I fitted the correct license plates front and back. We're ready to go. Alright you guys, good to go. Let's go find a little quiet spot and see what this thing can do. So I really wanted to get this car up to speed, up to temps. I wanted to test it out, but first I had to get some petrol. I always like to put fresh petrol in a car once I get it from the auctions because it's been sat for quite some time. After filling up with some premium petrol, it was time to let her rip. Too much grip. I was gonna say plenty of grip.
Sitting on this swing.
Whoosh. Cool. Done. So guys, I've been running this car very roughly just now. You've seen it. It looks good. It sounds good. It's sitting really nicely. It's driving perfectly. Engine temps are holding. Oil temps are holding. There's nothing. I've tried the launch control. Everything's working. I get back to the garage and I need to take out this dashboard. Let's go. Guys, just made it back to the garage. This thing is ripping. You've seen it. I'm happy with it. Let me know what you think. But for now, let's go sort out that busted dashboard. I want to sort out all the airbags, sort out all the seat belts, get those lights off, and then we can continue with the front end. So I've got one of my guys getting to work on removing these seat belts. They're completely locked up. The kit that I picked up came with all 4 new seat belts, so we're going to start from the rear. I need to check it on the diagnostic to see if the fronts have blown as well. If they haven't, I'll leave them, but if they have and they're coming out with an error code, I will swap them out. I've got the like for like part. Whilst he's going ahead and getting them out, I need to remove this screen, remove all these controls, etc, etc, and this should be able to just slide right out, and then I can replace it with the new one. So let's get started. So I'm starting with this giant screen. It's simply held together with just 2 T25 Torx screws, and as I was doing that, my guy Dex was in the rear removing those broken seat belts. Like I said, if you look right there, there's 2 little bolts that holds the bottom of the seat belt onto the chassis. Screen out. All I had to do is remove the plugs, and I made sure I kept this somewhere safe because I didn't want to cause any damage. Next, I moved on to the dash, and to do this you have to remove all the panels, all the trims, all the controls, all the vents, and you'll find several T25 Torx screws. Next, I removed the side panel trims. These are really simple. It's got that little plastic clip with the word airbag on it. The reason I had to remove that is, I'll show it to you now. At the top of the dash right there, there's a hidden T25. This is on both sides, so I had to remove both trims, ensuring that I took my time to unplug this little tweeter speaker. Next up, I'm removing the glove compartment. On most cars, the glove compartment will separate from the dash, and this will give you tons of access to a lot more hidden screws, and also access to disconnect the airbag wires. Next, I removed the center heater vents. The dashboard felt a bit solid there. I thought there was a hidden screw there, but it wasn't. It was actually at the bottom. I then removed this top speaker grille, and inside the speaker grille you have to remove 1 speaker and then some more hidden T25 screws in there as well. You've got 1 new one there, offside, right, so that's that side. I think I'm hoping that they've messed it, that they wrote it wrong. Anyway, these are the 2 at the back. After I confirmed that they were in fact the correct rear seat belts, My guy Dex went ahead and got the busted old ones out of there, and we went ahead and refitted 2 replacement seatbelts. As you can see under here, we had to remove so many trims, etc, etc, but I left him to get on with that, and I continued tearing down this front center console. Once again, more hidden screws under there. Next up, I had to remove the steering wheel and also the clock springs. This is because this dashboard hasn't got a cutout to come over the steering. It's only got a small narrow channel, so you have to remove all of that to slide the dashboard off. Now here's Dex making great progress on those rear seat belts. This is the final one. Everything should be working, but I'll show you the outcome later on. Now they always say 2 hands are better than 1, and in this case it definitely was. Whilst Dex was getting busy in the rear, I continued removing a ton of screws, detaching several connectors, and finally this happened.
Go on, go on, go on. Easy. See guys, that's the way you do it. Easy as 1, 2, 3. If only.
Alright guys, so the old dash is finally out. I've got the new dash right next to it. This dash came with this Alcantara trim, and it has got no ambient lighting. So I've taken all of those trims off. The ambient lighting is built into this trim. It came with a set of these controls as well, but I want to just use the one that came with the car. So I've got a spare here, I've got a couple of spare vents. If anyone needs any vents or any trims, do get in touch. All I'm going to do is remove this ambient lighting, transfer it over to that, and then we can get that into the car. So that is pretty much it. Whilst I'm getting busy with all of that, my guy Dex, if you remember the Santa Pod video, my guy Dex, where you just come from, Dex? The army.
In the field for 5 days.
Jeez, guys, he's come back from the army and he's come down to help me do this. So, bro, love. Anyway, he's getting busy. He's gone ahead and swapped out. These are the busted rear seat belts. And now we've got 2 replacement seat belts that are no longer locked. It's good to have some help, man. I work a lot on a lot of my builds, but it's really good to have some help. I showed you exactly how I removed it. I'm gonna stick you on a time lapse, get it all buckled back up. So my vents that came with the car have actually got ambient lighting within the actual vent assembly, as well as the trim. So this was a painstaking yet necessary task. Once I removed the vents and the trims, it was time to remove the wiring loom. With everything removed, all I had to do is replace everything light for light in the new dashboard. Now normally I like to work alone, but with Dex in the garage, it's always going to be a vibe. Check this out.
And she got ass, and she gonna fuck up the bag.
Pull up to a spot, living too fast.
With a little bit of hard work, this is what the new replacement dashboard looks like. Everything's gone in a treat, everything should be working, all the wiring looms are in, all the trims went in fine, all the ambient lighting was connected, and with that it was time to get this replacement dash back into the A35. After I fitted it into place, I left that for a little bit and I got started on the passenger side roof airbags. These things are difficult.
Guys, if any of you have ever removed these curtain airbags, Mercedes and BMWs, they've got these stupid little clips. If anyone knows what the special tool is that you need for these, let me know. At the moment, I'm just using the tiny little screwdriver and it's so finicky. Ugh, I hate it. But I got it out and I've got 2 like-for-like parts. Which one is the left? Ooh, it should be written on there. Okay, so near side in S, that's what I need, near side. 2 clips at the back, 3 at the front. Let's go.
So guys, this dash took me a lot longer than expected, but we're at the home stretch. I was in good spirits, everything was going well. I managed to fit the replacement curtain airbag, popped it all into place, and all I had to do was replace a few more trims, a few more screws, reconnect the sun visor, pop everything together, and this thing is gonna look amazing. Keep watching, I'll show you some slow motion shots. Alright, so guys, have a look at that new dash has been installed. All the ambient lighting is all working, and I was able to clear all the airbag lights. I've only got 2 codes for the airbags, which are the hood lifters. So the airbag kit has gone into the car and everything is nice and solid. I didn't scratch anything, everything looks good. And once the car is all done, we'll give it a full valet, and that will just bring up this interior really nicely. But it's getting super late right now, so this is where I'm gonna pause. I'll come in the morning and I'll continue to tidy up everything. There's a few more screws and loose bits that I need to tidy up. I'll get that done in the morning, and hopefully those hinges are gonna come tomorrow. Also, have a look up here. This airbag has gone in a treat. There's no wrinkles or anything of that sort, so I'm happy with that. So I'll see you in the morning. All right guys, next morning here, we've got a ton of work to do, got a ton of deliveries that's coming, but first, come on man, check this out. Have a look at that bud boy. The quality on these new hoodies are so sick. Go support the channel, cop yourself some merch, but for now, let's get the AMG back in and continue. Yeah, buddy. So today we're working on this front end, and I got a delivery of a set of new bonnet hinges. If you remember in the previous episode, I showed you the bonnet hinges were badly damaged from the accident, so we had to remove the bonnet, get the hinges out, and yeah, it was a bit tricky. So in box number 1, we've got a set of hinges. So in box number 3, we should have this aerial kit here. Judging by the length, yeah, so that's the main section for the bumper. Just to show you guys a quick little preview, gloss black canards for the aerial kit. So I'll leave it all in there, don't want it to get scratched. So with the bonnet off, this is what we're left with. But I've just realized that I'm gonna have to remove the wing a little bit. This wing's got to come off anyway. So all I have to do now is swap out these, and hopefully we can start to do a little bit of lining up. Hopefully those gaps are not too bad. So let's get those old damaged bonnet hinges out, get the new ones on. So the bonnet hinges on the A35 are connected to the side chassis rail to gain access to the 2 number 10 bolts that I needed to remove. Technically I had to remove the wing, but I came up with a clever idea to access it from below, which was easy to remove it, but when it came to fitting it, I ended up having to loosen up the wing anyway. So went ahead, we've done that. Whilst I was doing that side, my guy Dex got started with the driver's side. There's a hidden number 10 bolt underneath this trim, and also there's a number 10 bolt on the inside of the wing. You have to open the door to access that, but we managed to get them all out. Then it's just a case of out with the old and in with the replacement. Both hinges fitted, it was time to refit the bonnet and try to see if we can get this thing lined up. Now remove the front bumper again, because when you're lining up the bonnet, I like to see where the bonnet lock is going, and that will help guide me in terms of if I need to move the bonnet forward, back, left, right, etc, etc. Now I deliberately left the wings loose. As you can see, I still need access to those number 10s, and this is the final product. Watch. Perfecto mondo. Solid. Alright you guys, so new hinges on. I did a little bit of adjustment. There's still going to be more, but have a look at that. It's nice and flush there. I've got a nice even gap all the way down. Even though this wing is damaged, have a look. The wing is damaged right at the front there. But have a look at how that bonnet is sitting now. If I step back, the bonnet is sitting very nice on that side. And check out this side. Once again, we can play around with the actual gap, but in terms of before, the bonnet was really up high. Have a look at that. I'm very happy with how it's sitting there. And I've got a nice even gap all the way around. So guys, in this episode, we managed to get quite a lot done, and I've been blitzing out these episodes. I hope you're enjoying. If you are, press the like button. It really helps with the algorithm. And if you're watching this, like 75% of you always are watching my content and not subscribed, please go hit the subscribe button. And finally, check it out, shopsalvagenation.com if you want to cop yourself some merch. I'm gonna wrap up here. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm about to head to Copart in Rochford, where I'm gonna pick up my first ever supercar, baby! And you're gonna have to stay tuned to see what that is all about. A bona fide supercar is coming to the channel. You heard it here first. Stay tuned to see what that's all about. And this is where we're gonna head off. I've actually got an appointment at Copart. So like I always say, keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one.
Salvage Nation. We love the Beamers, the Benz, the Porsches. All of my fans are not supporting. Style with nothing but look at us now. Whoever supporting, I'm making you proud. Whoever supporting, I'm making you proud. Salvage nation, look at the squad. Pull up in the foreign line, look at the car.